Who's here? Who is here? Is anyone here? Will anyone be joining me this morning? Just wondering who might be here. Are you here? Are you ready? Can you dig it? Moon River. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Thanks for the thumbs up. 71 Cowboys. I need ride. Rocking out. Hey, Rose. Thanks for jumping in. That's a composition that I made myself on GarageBand. Quite proud of it, actually. So I had no musical training whatsoever, as one might guess. Well, good morning. Got the coffee. Went downstairs. I'm at the Oyo Hotel and Casino in beautiful Las Vegas. You never tell me you have a heat bag. I don't know what a heat bag is. Well, home a few bars. Just waiting for a few people to get in here, as this morning's breakfast is a beautiful Jimmy Dean sausage and egg biscuit or muffin. A heat bag for my food. No, I don't have a heat bag. I just went downstairs and ordered it. They've got a little coffee shop down there. Bum, 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 bum. That's me on bass. Customers like heat bags. I don't know what kind of customers you're talking about. All right. I really don't deliver food anymore. I was doing Uber Eats in the first couple weeks. But you don't do heat bags. You just deliver the food. It's pretty it's warm. It's warm. If they don't like it, then they can order from some other company. That's my feeling. Uber Eats doesn't do heat bags. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Instacart does. My little stand on here, it broke, and which sucks because I really like this thing. This is for my iPad. And it broke the other day, and I have no way of standing it up. And so it's kind of a hassle because I like to have that running so I can read the chat. It's easier for me to read the chats when I'm on there than on there. And my stand, I got my little thingy here, and it just seems crooked to me. Do I look crooked? I feel crooked. It's looking that way, 71 Cowboys. It's looking that way. I think I may be done with the road. I still haven't. The plan is I want to sell my truck and buy a Tesla. Or at least take a year break, at least a year off. Because I'm just sick of it. And I didn't really realize how sick and tired I was of it until I actually stopped. I don't know what's going on with this stupid pad here. I had it on the OYO Wi-Fi because it seemed like it wasn't working very good yesterday or last night. And now maybe I have to whatever you'd call it, redo it. Let's see if this will come in. It looks like this is going to work now. Oh yeah, boy, 71 Cowboys. I didn't see all those posts he had there. Hey Jolie, so there's Jolie. 71 Cowboys says maybe later get better and company drive less headache. I don't know about that. Sonia, I'm just at the OYO, which is right next door to Tropicana. Well, actually Tropicana's that way. Hotel, which the latest news on the Oakland A's, which as far as we know are moving to Las Vegas, and they've changed their decision on where they were going to put a stadium. Am I struggling with the internet, Julie, or are you struggling with the internet? I mean, am I buffering or are you buffering? Or because as far as I can see, it looks like it's going through okay. Oh, you are. Okay. Well, I hope it gets better. Darn internets are just not reliable, it seems like. But anyhow, so the Oakland A's are going to move to Las Vegas, it looks like. They had a site all picked out, which I thought was a really great site. It was right next, pretty close to the Allegiant Stadium, which is where the Raiders play. They built that new stadium there. And I thought that was a pretty good location. But then all of a sudden they said, no, they want to build it over here, which is right over there, where the Tropicana Hotel is, because apparently I guess someone bought the Tropicana Hotel and they're willing to tear it down and build a stadium there. So that's the latest news on that. It hasn't been finalized, but because supposedly they had a deal in place for the other land, but I guess they have wiggle room or ways to get out of it, and now they want to move to this other spot, which would be right on the Strip. It'd be right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana Avenue, which I guess would be a pretty good spot for a baseball stadium, you know. So right across the street would be the Excalibur, and then kitty corner from that would be the New York Hotel, and then on the other corner, right across the street, would be the MGM Grand, and then on the spot where the Tropicana is would be a baseball stadium. So they would have plans of tearing down the Tropicana, which has been here, I think. I don't even know how long the Tropicana. It's been there, I think, as long as I've been alive, and I'm 62 years old. So I think the thing is at least 62 years old. But, and I haven't stayed there in a long time. I've stayed there, but it's probably been close to 20 years since I've stayed there, or maybe 15 or something. And, you know, it was nice then. I don't know. Like I said, I've only gone in there last year when my ex and my daughter and I went to the Laugh Factory. It's a comedy club, you know. And we saw some comedians, some stand-up. And so we just walked in through, you know, we didn't get a room there or anything like that. So I don't know how the rooms are holding up, but I mean, it is kind of an old classic hotel casino here, and it's always been really nice. The pool areas are nice, and all that. But I'm sure it's aging out. You know, these things get old and outdated. You know, quite frankly. So they might. So you're thinking about, oh man, it's like a classic. One of the old classic hotel casinos that have been here. It's a shame that they tear it down. There probably will be people that will be upset. I could see them passing a petition around, you know, save the Tropicana. But you know, at the end of the day, it's probably a good thing because it's probably getting old, and you know, I mean, it is old, but there's only so many renovations you can do and remodels you can do, and there's only so much maintenance you can, you know, everything. So the plan is that they would tear that down, put a stadium on it, and then build a new hotel, you know, somewhere around it. So we'll see. It keeps changing. The news keeps changing on that front. I'm just looking here at the Las Vegas magazine that they put in the hotel rooms. And Katy Perry! I would like to see Katy Perry. I like Katy Perry. She has a residency at Resorts World. I wonder how much tickets are, but they're not cheap. Nothing is cheap in this town. Very rarely can you find anything cheap or affordable or whatever. But one of these days, I'm going to go see something. Yeah, it's all about the money. 71 Cowboys. But, you know, back in the old days, they used to have at least some deals to like draw people. Hey, Divinity said, how you doing? Glad to see you in here. You just got here just in time because I'm almost done with this, and I know that people love to watch me eat. So and you almost. But I do have a donut still, so there's still a donut. So the eating frenzy is still here. Channel rebrand for Eating John, yeah, or Breakfast with John, because it's almost always breakfast. There we go. It was good. It was a good bite, Johnny. That was a good bite. Not my favorite breakfast, to be quite frank. I just went downstairs. They have this little coffee shop thing, and all they had, as far as like little breakfast sandwiches, were these Jimmy Dean that you just basically she just popped it in an oven thingy. They have a Hooters restaurant that does serve breakfast, but I didn't feel like, I didn't have really time if I was going to do the live stream and everything else. I mean, I could have gotten my ass up earlier, but I didn't. Okay. And that was the sausage. That was the turkey sausage, which was not my first choice either. But then she told me, the lady working down there told me, she goes, all the other ones, I just put them out of the freezer and they're all frozen. And it will take a lot longer for me to cook it. And it still might be frozen in the middle or something. The only ones that she said that were thawed out that she had were the turkey sausage ones. So I was like, all right, let me try a turkey sausage one. And yeah, I'd rather have if I'm going to eat crap, like a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich, I think I'd rather at least have the real sausage. But whatevs. It is what it is. Okay, now to the good stuff. Chocolate donut. Now that's good. So anyhow, 71 copies. We were talking about earlier about trucking, and Divinity says, I enjoy hanging while you nosh the snacks. And I put cream and sugar in my coffee today. I've been drinking it black lately, but I don't know. I just feel like splurging. I splurge. Put a little cream and sugar in my coffee. Just to play it safe. It's a lot easier, like, if I'm at a restaurant, I can go ahead and taste the coffee. It's pretty easy just to taste the coffee. And then, if I like it, I'll just drink it black. If it needs to be doctored up, I'll doctor it up. But then when you get something like this, where you get it to go, I mean, I could have brought the little cups and to go, but I didn't. I just went ahead and did it. I pulled the trigger on it. Put the cream and the sugar. Way more cream than I normally would put, by the way. Because she said, "Do you want to leave a little room for cream and sugar?" Because they pour the coffee for you, and I was like, yeah, maybe just a little room, And then, so all the little coffee creamers, they were like behind the counter. It wasn't like I could just grab them. And she put out 4 of them. So then I thought, well, I don't want to be rude, because I usually only use 2 creamers. Those little creamers. And I was like, well, I don't want to be rude, so and not use all the ones that she gave me. Apparently they dole them out, and they're kind of precious, whatever. So I went ahead and used all 4 of them, which is twice as much as I usually use when I do use cream and sugar. And I'm not even sure how many sugar packets. I just grabbed a handful of sugar packets. Probably like 5, maybe, sugar packets. So 5 sugar packets and 4 creamers. That's the sugar packets. That's about on par with what I would normally do. But 4 creamers, it's actually too much, I think. Because now I really can't taste the coffee. Divinity says two. You use 5 creamers or sugar packets? Are we talking sugar packets or are we talking creamers? You use 5 creamers normally? That's what you use? I got 4, and I think that's way too much. I usually just do 2. And that's if it's regular creamer. If it's like one of those French vanillas, I'll just use 1. Divinity says, yeah, 5 crema. 5 crema, bitch. Okay, well, hey, to each his own, you know? To each his own. That's what I say. You know, you want the 5? Divinity said, yeah, easy. Coffee is a little too bitter. I'm in it for the warm caffeine. And yeah, it's just the warm cup, and it's just like, it is nice. You know, and I like sometimes the two-handed approach. You know, it's like, and then it just makes you feel just warm and fuzzy. You know, and then you take a bite of your chocolate. I do love chocolate. Anything chocolate. I've gotten into this really bad habit of, at the Rio, when I stay at the Rio, and they have them all over other places too, but I guess apparently. I remember I saw one, I've seen them in other, like Paris has them, but there are the big vending machines that have cakes, right? It's that Carlos Bakery or whatever. And so I guess it was a few weeks ago or whatever it was, I finally bought one because I always thought, who's gonna buy cake from a vending machine? That's really stupid. You know that? How could that be any good? Well, one day I was walking by and I stopped and I looked at the chocolate cakes and I go, those actually look pretty good. So I went ahead and bought one. And man, it was delicious. And so now every time I stay at the Rio, I have to buy one. So I've eaten, since then, I think I've eaten like 3 or 4 more. You know, like, these are not like every day. It's spread out over time or whatever. But still, it's like, it's almost Pavlovian now. It's like, okay, if I'm at the Rio, I'm going to get one of those chocolate cakes out of the machine, which are actually very good. So then, but then, you know, you got to have milk with it. So then I got to go in the car. I'm not going to buy milk at the Rio. God knows what they would charge for like a glass of milk or something. So then I drive down to a convenience store down the street, buy a thing of milk, go back to the room, got my cake, got my milk. But it's a bad habit. I mean, it's one of those habits. Now that's like a thing. Like now, so whenever I go there, I'm like, don't get the cake, don't do it. Just, or at least, you know, wait a day or something. And then that's all I think about is the cake. I'm like, the cake. And I'm like, don't do it. I'm like, get it, go get it, get the cake. I'm like, John, just don't do it. Get the cake. Get the cake usually wins out in the end. Eventually, it always wins out, you know. Certain One Company says, I bet especially after going black. If it's a good cup of coffee, then black is where it's at, baby. Divinity says, creature of habits. Yeah, I am. Apparently. And Vinny said milk with cake is essential. It is. It's an essential item. And Vinny said, "Love it out." Yeah, cake. It's like the little devil inside of me just saying, "Get the cake, John. Get the cake. When are you gonna get the cake, John? Are you gonna get the cake, John? Go down there and get the cake. God damn it, John, get the cake." I'm trying to drown out the voices, but the cake voice wins usually. In the end, eventually, no matter what, I might be able to put it off. I might be able to fight it off for a day, or maybe 2 days, but eventually the cake voice will win. So, what can I say? But if you haven't tried those, they're really good. I don't know. Have you guys seen those big? It's like a big red like vending machine. It's like huge. And it has all these cakes in it, and they have all different flavors. They got. I just get chocolate because I just love chocolate. But they have carrot cake. This is gross. And they have, I don't know, all kinds of flavors and colors, frostings. They must have at least a half a dozen, if not more, different varieties of coffee, of cake. They don't have coffee in there though, but they should sell milk because I think it is a refrigerated machine. They should sell milk. Is that $1 million idea? I don't know, but they should put milk in there. Of course, they probably charge $10 for a little thing of milk. But when you're like addicted to the cake, you'll probably spend the extra $10 for a little thing of milk too. It's all part of the addiction. I'd rather be addicted to cake and milk than crack. Vinny says the power of the cake compels you. Yes. Vinny says Vinny cake sounds kind of gross. Well, that's what I thought until I tried it. It's actually very good. So next time you're in Vegas, because they probably have them in other places maybe, but they seem to really have them here in Vegas. And you see the big red machine that has cake in it, and I know your first thought is gonna be, that can't be good cake. But I've seen them. They reload those things like every day, and they're refrigerated, and you'd be surprised. It's pretty good. And especially, I think. Well, I've only tried the chocolate, and the chocolate is pretty good, and it's a pretty big piece. It's almost like. I think I have a pretty big appetite, I guess, or whatever, or my eyes are bigger than my stomach usually. And I'll eat whatever's there. But I can usually only get about 3/4 of the way through it, and I'm pretty full on that cake. And then I will, actually just save that rest of it and have that for later. But because it gets eaten, believe me, nothing will go to waste. It'll get eaten. But in one sitting, I really can't. Because the first time I did eat the whole thing in one sitting, and I actually felt a little, I don't know if sick is the word, but just I guess bloated or full. Like I kind of overdid it, and and then because I kept telling myself I got to that 3/4 point of the cake. And I was telling myself, okay, John, you don't have to eat it all, or you could save some for later or whatever. But I was like, nope, I'm eating it, and I kind of forced that last third down, and then I felt kind of sick, and I was like, okay, why do you do that to yourself, John? Now you got to go. No, I was going to make a bulimic joke, and that's not funny. But. So then the next time I got a cake, I was like, okay, I learned my lesson. If I get to the 3/4 point, did I say I was mixing quarters and thirds, wasn't I, on that last thing? Okay, if I get to the 3/4 point, save the last third. No, save the last quarter. It might be 2/3. I'm not sure. Do I eat 2/3 or do I eat 3/4 of it? I don't know. It's a ballpark thing. Um, but when I get to that, whatever that point is, whether it's 3/4 or 2/3, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I didn't really like measure it exactly. Um, and you're feeling full, then just you don't have to eat the whole thing. And also, the rooms are relatively cool. They stay cool. Or if you have a refrigerator, or if you have a little Ziploc baggie or whatever, just put it in there, and it'll stay pretty nicely till the next day. And you'll have a little taste. You'll have just enough for the next day, let's say, of a little taste that you don't have to go down and buy another one, because those things are like $10, I think, whatever, $8, $9 or whatever, and they're like 1 billion calories each. So this way, you can, on the first one you get, you devour the first 2/3 or 3/4, um, and then you can, in the rest of it you can have that the next day, and then that'll be enough to suffice. That'll be enough to satiate, whatever. Um, yeah, it's about Tim. I think it's $8.50 or $8.99. But here's the thing. I think I saw the charge on my bank though. I think it said like more than what the thing on the machine said. Because I used my card. I think you can only use a card. I don't think it takes cash. Anyhow, it's around that price, whatever it is. Just be careful. They might be ripping you off. Because I think it said on my bank, charges. I saw a charge. I think it said $12 or something. I don't know if there was a $2 fee for using the card. I don't know. I know it's ridiculous, and it's not something that someone that was good with money would do, and I'm not good with money, as I'm proving right now. But when you got the chocolate cake needs, then you don't care about money. You just don't. All you care about is the chocolate cake. That's it. So you'll pay that $8, $9, $10, or maybe even $12. You'll pay it gladly to get that chocolate cake. And it's not like it's a crappy chocolate cake. If it was a crappy chocolate cake, then I could say, you're really an idiot, John. But it's a really delicious chocolate cake. KO. We're talking cake, KO. Have you ever had cake from a vending machine? And I'm not talking a Zinger. Boom, boom. Or, a Hostess cupcake. I'm talking a really good cupcake. It's from the Carlos, I think, bakery. I think it is Cake Boss. 71 Cowboy says something about Cake Boss. I think that is Cake Boss, but on the package I think it says Carlos Bakery or something like that. Yeah, $10 a piece. Dang, yeah. Well, yeah, but like I said, it's really, really good, and you will pay the price. You will gladly hand over the money if you have that little cake voice in your head. KO says hi back at you. Oh yeah, so I asked you the question. Have you ever had cake from a vending machine? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking like little Hostess cupcakes, or I'm talking about cake. I'm talking about some good cake. Have you seen those? Have you seen those vending machines anywhere? Did they have them in Florida? In Florida, do they have them? Because I've been seeing them around Vegas. I'm not sure if I've seen them in other places. They probably have them all over the country, though. Well, you're probably skeptical, like skeptical. You're probably skeptical, like I was about it. But once I got it, once I bought one and ate it, and I found out how delicious it is, delicious, but can't talk. We're shit. Like I said, I've gone back at least 4 times, I think, and got more, over time, over the last couple months, I guess, or 6 weeks, maybe. I don't know. So that's less than once a week. So I got it under control. I can quit anytime I want. I could quit that cake eating thing anytime I want. I've got it completely under control. It's down to it's averaging less than one a week. So I'm cool with it. I'm good. I'm not addicted or anything, and I can quit anytime I want. Mm-hmm. That's right. That cake doesn't have a hold on me, by golly. Ko says most of the cake I do eat lately comes from grocery store bakery. Yeah, I guess, because I hang out at hotels a lot, so I see those at the hotels. Yeah, if you're just like a normal person living a normal life with a house and you go to supermarkets, then yeah, I could see how you wouldn't see the cake vending machines. But next time if you go on a vacation or something, you might see one. Chaos says Publix is a Florida institution. Yeah, well, Florida should be institutionalized, if you know what I mean. No, just kidding. It's a Florida joke. So anyhow, I might make this a bit of a short live stream because I still need to take a shower. Yeah, I still need to hit the shower. So I might make this a little bit of a short one, but I might go on. I was thinking, I kind of said this last week, and I didn't do it, but this week I might go on it. Maybe I'll go do a 3 o'clock show just to get everybody primed and ready for House Sparks. It comes on at 4 o'clock Pacific time. Maybe I'll do a House Sparks pregame show at 3 p.m. So today, what I got to do, I went and checked my mail yesterday. Here's the continuing saga of my my duplicate title for my truck that I've been waiting for. So remember on the last episode of Trucker John, you might recall I was talking about how I sent off for the duplicate title to Indiana on I think it was April 14th when I was it if that was the day they got it, because I sent it certified mail, and I saw the date that they got it. I think it might have been April 14th. I forget now. And then I was doing the math because I paid extra money for an expedited service, right? And so I was doing some math in my head, and I figured, and I thought, well, that thing should be coming in sometime this week. And every day this week I've gone in there, it's not there. But not only is it not there, there's nothing in my mailbox, which is very odd because there's always at least some junk mail, or I don't really get bills anymore because everything, all my bills are like online, pretty much. I pay online. It's all kind of paperless, but I get like these little statements from the health plan. It's not really a bill, but they just give you they still send you stuff. Or I get, just like junk mail. Sometimes I get magazines that I don't even subscribe to, and I would always give it back to the clerk. Go, this isn't for me. Now I've gotten to the point where I just keep it, or I'm tired of telling them over and over again, this is not me, because it was actually someone that had the same last name as me, and but apparently doesn't have a box there anymore. And I've been at that box for a couple of years now. So whoever had that box, or whoever had that same last name as me, they haven't had a PO box there, or not PO box, but you know, mailbox there, since before I was there. And I'm still getting his magazines. And so anyhow, the point of things is usually there's always at least something in the mailbox. And for like, I think almost 2 weeks now, there's been absolutely nothing. So as I was walking out, there was like 3 girls working behind the counter, and it was like no one in there. And usually it's really busy, but just happened to be like I just caught them at a little downtime where there wasn't anybody there. So as I was walking through, I just go, hey, is my I'm all paid up, right? I mean, am I? Because if I wasn't, they would give me they would send me an email notice. They would put something in the box, probably, if it was payment was due. Because I usually do 6 months at a time, or sometimes a year at a time. But I go, everything. I'm in good standing, right? And because I go, I haven't been getting any mail. It's like I go for like 2 weeks now. I haven't gotten any, and it might not have been 2 weeks, but it was at least over a week, probably 10 days. I haven't. There's been nothing in there, and so then she was saying like, well, the post office is behind because they're on strike, and so the mail is getting delayed. And then, okay, I was a former postal worker, and I know that postal workers aren't allowed legally to go on strike. So I was like, they're on strike? And she's like, well, okay, no, they're not really like on strike, but they're saying that they're understaffed and that they can't handle the workloads, and so the mail is being delayed or something like that. I just go, wow. And she goes, yeah. She goes, sometimes we don't even get any mail at all from the postal service here. Like some days they don't get any mail. She goes, everything's been like 2 weeks behind. I'm like, damn. I go, that's not like the good old days. Like, it was like a guaranteed thing. Like, you could mail a first class letter in California and send it to New York, and it was like pretty much guaranteed it was going to be in New York in by 3 days. So anyhow, she says, so you should be getting something, but everything's going to be like 2 weeks behind or something. And I was like, shit, that sucks. So I don't know. So as I was walking out, I go, yeah, good old Louis DeJoy. He's really screwing up the post office. And then she's like, yeah. So I don't know if, and these were all young kids. 2 people looked at it. Is it just me and Trugger? Everyone's left. I guess the cake talk was just too much. It was too rich. It's just you and me, KO. Maybe 71 Cowboys is there. Jolie was having issues with her internet, so I'm not even sure if Jolie's here because she was having internet issues of some sort. But anyhow, yeah, cake talk, cake. So anyhow, apparently the mail is going really slow because Louis DeJoy is tearing out optical code readers and barcode sorters, all the automation, and not replacing it, not updating it, just tearing it out, letting it, and apparently not hiring people as people are retiring and dying, not replenishing the workforce. Apparently, that's what I gather from the one girl working at the UPS store. I don't know. I haven't actually looked into it, but but it sounds about right. So I'm going to go to their. I'm going to go again today and see if anything came in. Hopefully, my duplicate title is in there, so I can sell my truck. And yeah, if 71 Cowboys is here, I think my trucking is probably done. I don't have a desire to go back to it. I really don't. It was, look, it was fun. I mean, not always fun, but I did enjoy truck driving, and especially when the truck was running good and I wasn't down for repairs and everything, and I'm just out there driving along. I was happy as a clam in a clam shell. Um, KO says, "What can Brown do for you?" Now we are down to one. I think I am down to just you and me, KO. I don't know what's happening to the old Trucker John show. You know, we used to pull in millions. We used to pull in millions of viewers every day. Millions, I tell you. It was millions of people. And now it's just you and me, Ken. KO says, deliver your paperwork. That's what? Oh, yeah. Well, if USPS gets it to them, because that's where my mailbox is at the UPS store. Millions, yes, I'm talking millions, and now look what's happening here. I guess that's just the way it goes. You know, I quit truck driving and I lost my audience. People like, I guess maybe people like it when I broadcast. Maybe I should keep the truck, just use it as a studio, and just do my live streams from the truck, even though I'm not out on the road. Ooh, I could totally fake it, huh? I could just buy like some old truck that doesn't even run, and just park it and just go, hey, this Trucker John, I'm in my truck. Yeah, buddy, I'm out here I'm in my truck. Live from my truck, everybody. Hello, hello. Don't think I might not do that. I might do that. I might buy some old truck, 18-wheeler type tractor truck, trailer, not trailer. Don't really need the trailer. And just do a deep fake. I'll do a deep fake. KO says, no, just be yourself. Well, it's hard to be myself because I'm so complex. I'm just such a complex being that I don't know. Maybe someday I'll be myself, but not today. Not today. Today I'm whatever this is. What the hell is this? Anyhow, I don't even know. Food critic, cake vending machine. I don't know if I could be an expert, but I definitely am a proponent of I think it's Carlo's Bakery. I am a big advocate of that because it's really good. Maybe someday I might even venture out into different flavors other than chocolate. So far, I've only gotten chocolate. I think I've bought 4 or 5 times. KO says, I liked your video of the Black and Blue restaurant. Yes. I just thought that'd be interesting to do, another restaurant there. It's in the Las Vegas area. And, and it's not Denny's, or it's not some fancy schmancy restaurant in a hotel somewhere on the Strip. I might do another one. There's a place called Pops. And I haven't tried it out yet. It says it's open 24 hours, which I believe, because every time I drive by there, no matter what time of day, it's open, and there's people there in line, and they do like, I think, Philly cheesesteaks and various types of steak sandwiches and other types of sandwiches and things of this nature. I might do one. I should probably make a video there. I should probably go there. And I still want to do the live stream from, I think it's called Casa del Sabor, which I've had their tacos there twice now. I had the carnitas tacos, and I had the, going off the English version of the menu, the steak tacos, which I believe is carne asada tacos, but I could be wrong. Or asada tacos. Somebody else, who's in here? No. Yeah, we're up to 2. Back up to 2, I guess, apparently. Show yourself. No. Oh, 3. Hey, we're up to 3. Thank you so much, everyone who's here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and like and subscribe and share, because nothing is more interesting than some dude just talking about a cake vending machine and various restaurants. Oh yeah, Casa del Sabor. So I've had the tacos there twice. Delicious tacos, by the way. Their motto, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, is the best tacos in Las Vegas, and I believe it, because I've had. Okay, look, there's this place called Tacos Del Gordo. I forget if it's Del Gordo or El Gordo. And that's a big place. They're right on the strip. They have a few locations. I haven't eaten at the one that's on the strip. I've eaten at there's one that's North Las Vegas that I've eaten at. But the one that's on the strip, for some reason, it's gotten this reputation as being this really great place. And there's almost always a line out the door, right, to get in there. And it says very high ratings and everyone loves it. But the one that I ate at, to me, it was just mediocre. It was just mediocre. And the Casa del Sabor was way superior, way, like, not even close in terms of just deliciousness. The meat was so flavorful, and just, I don't know, it would leave this taste in your mouth. As I'm driving around, I can still taste those steak tacos and the carnitas tacos. And it was just so delicious. I just wanted to go back. All I want to do is go back and get some more. That's to me is a good sign of a good meal at a good restaurant. Although it's not really a restaurant, it's a taco truck, but you know what I mean. And the Tacos del Gordo, or Tacos El Gordo, I can't remember the name of it, didn't leave me with that type of satisfaction. It was just like, yeah. So if you're in Las Vegas and you want tacos and you think Tacos del Gordo or Tacos El Gordo is the best place that there is, well, it's not. Go to Casa del Sabor. And they have 2 locations. I've eaten at 2. Well, I don't know if they only have 2, but I've been to 2 different ones, and they were both equally as good. One I had the carnitas, and the other one I had the steak, and they were both delicious. Because sometimes, places can, if they have multiple stores, they can be different, where it's different tastes. So, I guess I should probably maybe go to that Tacos del Gordo on the strip, the one that everyone goes to and they wait in line forever. I guess I should just try that. I got to do it. I guess I got to try it. I guess I got to try the food. But anyhow, I was thinking about doing a live stream from the Casa del Sabor, because I could do the live stream while I'm waiting in line, because it's a big line. They have a drive-through, and you can walk up too. But basically, the one that's more famous of their locations is downtown, just a few blocks from Fremont Street, and it's basically like an old gas station. And apparently, they still do work there because there's cars there. I don't know how they can do work there, because they have like a taco truck or trailer that's parked kind of right, where the old gas pumps would be. And then they have this line that goes around the building, around through the sort of like the fuel lanes. And then there's there's the taco truck or trailer. I think it's a trailer. And there's constantly a line on there. Every time I go by it, there's a line. It's like a double file thing of cars all the way around, all the time. So it takes at least a half an hour to get through that line just to get your order in, because they have people that come out and take your order, and then it takes another 15 minutes after that to get up to get your food and stuff. So I was thinking I could do a live stream from there as I'm waiting in line, and then I could show the food, and you guys could watch me eat these beautiful, delicious tacos that will make everyone watching want to get in an airplane and fly here just to eat those tacos. That's how good they are. And that's how good that you'll see that they are. You won't be able to taste them. You have to come here and taste them. And I don't know what they do, because basically, it's just, all it is the meat on a little corn tortilla. That's basically it. And I don't even use the cilantro and the onions. I don't like that really all that much. So I didn't even use that. They do give you some limes, I think, right? Limes. So I'll just squeeze some lime on there just for the heck of it. I don't even know why I do that, but I do it. I mean, it tastes okay. So I'll do that. And then I always have little salt packets in my car, and I'll put some salt on it. Oh, and then the first time on the carnitas, I didn't request cheese, but the second time when I got the steak ones, I asked for cheese, because they don't put cheese on it unless you ask. And they put on some mozzarella, because I go, do you have cheddar? And she goes, no, it's mozzarella. And I was just thinking to myself, that's Italian cheese. But anyhow, and so I put a little cheese on there, a little salt, a little lime, and it just was like, delicious. Delicioso. Deliciosos is what it was. The most delicious tacos. I think those are the most delicious tacos I've ever had in my life. And I've had some pretty good tacos in my time. Casa del Sabor, if you're ever in Las Vegas, it's a must go to. The one by Fremont Street, it's on Las Vegas Boulevard and Bonanza, I want to say. Or the one out by the airport, which is on Tropicana, just off of Paradise and Tropicana. They were both equally as good. Either one. What you could do, here's what you could do, Ken. Get on a plane, just take a Frontier, something cheap, get on a plane, just take an Uber to the Casa del Sabor that's right there by the airport. That's like a mile away from the airport. Just go there, get your tacos, get your tacos and a Mexican Coke, comes in a bottle. They have little picnic tables. Just go on the picnic table, eat the tacos, drink the Coke, Uber back to the airport, and fly back to Florida. You could do that. That could just be a day. That could just be like a day trip. Be a jet setter. Isn't that what the jet setters do? Remember jet setters? They would just get in jets and fly around. Anyhow, I should probably get out of here. Go take a quick shower. And then I got stuff I got to do. And then I got to get Uber in. I need to do 25. I need to do 25 rides today. I think I need 25. I forget exactly. I think I got to do 25 today to hit my bonus. That's really all I do. I just try to hit those bonuses. That's all I care about. So I'm going to do that. I might, like I said, I might go on. I might come back on at Nice to check in. Hey, glad you were here. I think you're the only one here. No, there's 3 people. Thanks for being here. Hit the thumbs ups. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And then please hit the share button. and share the show. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, yeah, I'm thinking 3 p.m. Pacific time, so 6 p.m. your time. Maybe I'll just do an hour warm up. I'll get Hal. I'll get the audience all warmed up for Hal. It would be nice if all the people that watch Hal would watch me. Okay, yeah, do that. That'd be awesome. Thank you, Ken. So tell all the sparklers. I'll be doing a House Sparks pregame show. That's what I'll title. I'll title the show, the live stream. I'll title it the House Sparks pregame show, or something like that. What's better, pregame show or warm up show? Probably pregame show. Anyhow, thanks for being here. I think Jolie had some internet problems or cell signal problems, so I don't think she's here. She said struggling with the internet, so I don't think Jolie's here. But thanks for being here. If she is here, thanks for being here. KO, thanks. Glad to see you in here. And Divinity Said, and 71 Cowboys, and Rose, and Elizabeth. Were you lurking? Were you lurking out there, Elizabeth? Thanks for being here. Yeah, she's having the internet problems. Been crazy busy. Well, it's good maybe keep them busy so that idle hands are the workshop of the devil. So you want to stay busy. And like I said, I might be coming back on at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So look for me, and we will continue the conversation about cakes and tacos. Cakes and tacos, man. You can't really go wrong with that. Chocolate cake and really delicious street tacos. That's all I need. That's really all I need. All right, guys. Yeah, well, lurking's fine as long as you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And it's nice that you came in and just say hi, because I like to say hi to you. And it's just good to see you, see that you're in here. So, yeah, cakes and tacos. And I mean, I could just live off that. But anyhow, I'm just repeating stuff, so I gotta go. And I'm gonna hit this little X button, little thing right here. Well, it's not my birthday, but yeah, it's like having a birthday when, like, cakes are great for birthdays. But thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you later this afternoon at 3 p.m. And so maybe I'll do that thing. You know how Sparks does a thing where he's just talking, and then all of a sudden